It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ la mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn àjò. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. Mayegun.
Sunraki Mayegun today. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun live, or better still, brunch time with Mayegun live. And thank you so much for joining me. Please read beyond the caption of this broadcast. Read the description as well. Like it. Share it. To invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, your frenemies, and tell them that it is time. Brunch time with Mayegun. Thank you. So this morning or this afternoon, depends on the time you are joining us, from the stable of Koolu, he has dropped another one, still on the economic hardship, economic ruinship, the economic ruins of Nigeria by these rogues and criminals. You know, before now it was like you need a baby step of pain that they are doing reform. See, all over the world, where you will see countries or governments all over the world talking about reforms. Reforms include fiscal discipline, fiscal responsibility. That is just a fancy word for prudence, accountability, and taking responsibility. You cannot be told to be going through baby walk of pain or going through the child labor. You know, when a pregnant woman is about to deliver a baby, the pain of labor. These are the words of Thiefnubu. So they can be asking you to endure the pain of labor, the pain of baby work, while they are busy buying for themselves luxury with your money, piling up debts, devaluing your currency. But you are the ones that would have to endure. Here you get. So it doesn't work that way, except in the contraption called Nigeria, where the likes of Thiefnubu have the endorsement, the support of the Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, the bad idiots, the bad stats. You know something, right? When you meet the politically correct Olori Brukus, they are always like, must you abuse? At least you can deliver your message. You can do all this without name calling. Now that name calling, makes this more interesting, because there are so many of you who have no idea. Number one, you don't have anything to do with responsibility. You love passing the blame, passing the buck. But the name calling is just the spice, or what do you call it? It's just like adding a spice to the dish of what you deserve. Every day, I've said this before, every day, people are supposed to wake up in the morning. In the morning, they should curse you. In the afternoon, they should curse you. In the evening, they should curse you. You know, every weather, every season, you should be cursed. The reason is because a lot of you are the enablers of all this madness, which is not even limited. You know, it's not the consequences is not limited to you. Innocent people, children, have become the victim of this madness. But you still won't take responsibility. It's unfortunate too. So if I am kind of like a very nice one, generous one, There are those who sabi cause, go, we say or more. Even if you don't want to listen, even if you believe that a cause is not the work, they go still get under your skins to make you very much uncomfortable. I am generous. I'm kind of like fair in my own postulations and all that. If Thiefnubu, the shitty man, APC, Egbekegbe, if they are delivering on any of their, okay, I wanted to say if they are delivering on their promises. At the same time, we all know that Thiefnubu never really promised anything. He never really promised anything. So it's pretty much like expecting something from somebody who never promised you anything. So you have to kind of like look into your own stuff and say, oh, am I not the one who is having problems here? Because this person never really promised you anything. There's no record that he promised you anything other than your dinner will not be imported, your lunch will not be imported. Abi, where's that video where he said that your lunch will not be imported? Farmers will make money. Farmers will make more money and all that nonsense.
The farmer will make more money. Your lunch will not be imported. Cassava gari, yeah. The farmers will make money. The dinner will be cassava by wire.
Turn the so-called Yahoo boys to experts in manufacturing and creation of chips that intercept and all. The transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Yeah, it's a successful again, a town hall, different from Blue. Bulaba.
Abba. So he never really promised anything. Also, he never okay, I think he did promise that one. He said he will continue from wherever Bokwari stopped. So this Shege was the only promise that Thiefnubu gave. So now Thiefnubu just said that this your hardship, which is this Shege. He cannot solve this Shege with an instant coffee maker or something like that. Coffee solution. I don't even understand what that means. Do you? Like if somebody says, oh, I can't solve this hardship with instant coffee solution. What is instant coffee solution? Instant coffee. Okay. Instant coffee is like you have this sachet of coffee and you boil the kettle, and you pour the coffee in a cup, and then you pour the hot water, you stir it, add cream, add sugar, and then drink. That seems like the okay, espresso. Espresso. But it's been 18 months. Before Thiefnubu, you were buying a liter of petrol for 167 naira. A bag of rice was 30,000 naira. Iyanokpaja to Angono, Oshodi to my 2 was 100 naira. Today, maybe it's like about 800 naira or 700 naira. Abi, Ibadan to Lagos, was how much? 800 naira. This was last year. Today, you need 4,000 naira. to travel from Ibadan to Lagos. So he has added to your shege. He called it baby step of pain and all that nonsense. So it's a bit, you know, it's a bit far-fetched, so to say. So I don't understand what an instant coffee solution means. And I don't know if that's what you're asking for. When people said that your policies, which is the rent-seeking policies, your policies have made life hellish for people. But he came out and he said, well, that's it. They increased the electricity tariff. They increased, you know, the cost of petroleum, so to say, lying to you that they removed the subsidy and all that nonsense, right? And that changed your everything. It changed your life. It changed your way. I mean, it changed your way of life. It changed how you are living. So what is the instant coffee solution then? Somebody said it's espresso. You can't even like, you know, you can't even like buy a coffee now anyway. It's that bad. So the bottom line is that it is going to get worse. And I know some of the Abrodian bad idiots, Ronukus, the Ronu Nazis, they frustrated their souls. Some of them who are actually not in Nigeria too. That, in all honesty, even though they are like using what is called the coping mechanism, some of them, as foolish as they are, right, they actually didn't believe that Nigeria is going to get this worse this fast. I don't know how dumb some people are though, right? But at least if you see anybody that claims to be a bad idiot or a bad stat, or they have a name for themselves, a Baptist. Okay, they call themselves Baptist or something like that. So many of them, they actually never really believed that things will be this bad. Even though some of them are still blaming Bokwari. All right, they are blaming Bokwari, forgetting the fact that Thiefnubu brags that he brought Bokwari as his achievement, so to destroy Nigeria. Now he is now saying that he is fixing the destroyed Nigeria, the Nigeria destroyed by APC, the Bokwari. But many of them actually didn't, like if you have one-on-one with them, they will tell you, they will tell you that is the ones who have not been like completely mad now, because some of them are lunatics, so to say. Honestly, they are like, you know, mentally deranged people, so to say. But there are some of them that once, you know, they are not in that zone, and you ask them that, Lekon, did you expect things to become this bad? When you are shouting, Koolu, Thiefnubu, last year, they will tell you, honestly, man. Some will even give you an excuse that maybe because he's old now. Some are giving excuses that it is surrounded by selfish people, by greedy people. Yeah. They are like giving excuses after excuse after excuses and all of that. They don't want to take responsibility. And I barely see them shout, I stand with Thiefnubu, I stand with Thiefnubu, because but there are still those ones, you get now, they are like the stubborn flies that follow the corpse to the grave. You get those ones who are like already like irredeemable, mentally like gone, right? Rather than probe Thiefnubu and this illegitimate government, they will just quickly just go into a tirade. You get like in a serious one, the PDP don't destroy that. Just say, really near from when to when? But what can Obi do? Is he Obi that will now come and just say, I'm asking you a question about Thiefnubu. I'm not asking you. See, we don't know what Obi could have done. We will never know. This is Thiefnubu that you were almost lynching and killing people for. just last year. Some of you even killed people for him. Now look at where you are today. I am asking you a question, like answer me this question. Did you expect this when you were jumping up and down for Koolu a year ago? Did you actually expect that things will become this? That some of you, not only you become wretched, that you have become beggars. Did you envisage any of this? We, you know, why are you stammering? I'm giving you examples of people. Some of them I've actually spoken to. You know, they know me very well. Like somebody who would never side there with, you know, with this lunatic, so to say. They know that. But when you are behind someone who has now become more or less like a weapon fashioned against you, you are losing almost everything. A lot of them can no longer, not just that they can't feed, some of them are now withdrawing their children from school. They are no longer standing. They are no longer standing with Thiefnubu. Every sector of the economy, and to make it worse, they are also seeing Thiefnubu and his appointees living large. Or more living large, like Davida, what do they call that thing? Davida Luca. They are living large, seriously. Buying themselves expensive automobiles, latest automobiles. Some of them who are like, that people have been saying, right? They are living so large that you can't believe that Nigeria is going through economic ruins by these people. Thiefnubu bought himself a new private jet, even though it is actually a used one though. But they paid the money for a brand new private jet for a local plane. Is globe-trotting. He just left Riyadh for something that he could have actually posted it on Twitter. That nonsense he went to go and read in Saudi Arabia. He could have posted it on Twitter or gave it to NTA to publish it and say, this is our advice for Israel and Gaza, Israel and Palestine, and stay in Abuja. But they still have to go and find, they still went to go and grab, discuss Forex to send him and others to Abuja, to Saudi Arabia, Forex dollars. I left Riyadh this morning, maybe to France. You are likely not going to see him maybe for another 1 week or two. While you are there, waiting for, I don't know any of you asking for quick coffee solution. I don't know. Nigeria's debt has skyrocketed. The debt to GDP has ballooned. And you can't really point to what exactly is the reform that he is doing. If he's reforming, for example, if he's reforming the power sector, for example, at least you can say, by the time they finish the reform they are doing in the power sector, all of us will now have our own meters. And then, businesses can possibly improve. No. They are just feeding you with lies, feeding you with, fake news. And your life continues to go down the drain. So I don't know what this instant coffee solution actually means, though. So his wife, his ministers, their family members, they are cashing out big time. They are emptying your treasury as, there is no end in sight. There is no relief in sight. But somehow, they want you to believe. If you live through Bukwari's time, Bukwari's 8 years. Now, Bukwari, somebody who's felt like, a lot of people felt like there could never have been anything worse than Bukwari. And so Thiefnubu said, hold my cup. I will show you that there can be worse, a lot worse than Bukwari. Today, Nigeria's economy is in what? Is in the gutters. And they are like, we are recovering. How? You are not recovering. No, you're not. And I don't know what an instant coffee solution means. But any solution this time will actually really do, right? Now, for the upteenth time, again, they are now feeding us, which honestly, right, I actually want it to be true. You know me, I have said it many times that people have, you have been through a lot in that contraption. Even if you are a Thiefnubu supporter or you are not, it doesn't matter now. People have been through hell. And sometimes when this guy comes out and say, oh, we are going to do so and so, I personally do really pray and wish or join that it's true. Dangote refinery, the NNPCL that told us in August, I say in August or September, in September, with all the media frenzy, that they will be the one to buying Dangote's oil. Then only for them to retract that few weeks after, 2 weeks after, and they continue their importation of fuel. With the diluted, mixed product from Malta, which has given Ohando a lot of leverage and so much money in a space of just 1 year. So only for them to turn around again and said, no, they are not buying from Dangote. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now they have come back again. Mele Kyari, the person who is supposed to jail, is still your NNPC, what's that, director or MD, GMD. He is also the CEO of NNPCL. The whole scam. The guy came out again. They said, okay, we have changed our mind. We are now going to stop importation. We are stopping the importation of 24 trillion naira imports. This is the latest. That we are now going to be buying from Dangote. Okay, I really do wish it's true. The IPMAN, I've been waiting to call them, independent petrol marketers in Nigeria. They said, okay, we have reached an agreement with Dangote. What kind of agreement? Initially, they said the landing cost. This is the confusing part, but we will try to untangle it for the layman's understanding, which is you and me, okay? So the news says they are going to stop importing fuel now. This morning, they said they are going to stop importing fuel, that they are going to buy it from Dangote. Sounds good, but at what price, right? They also said the oil marketers in Nigeria, they can now buy directly from Dangote. The last time they said Dangote's petroleum is expensive. Dangote said no. They said Dangote's petroleum is more expensive than the imported one. But Dangote said no, that's impossible. That his own petrol per liter is 990 naira per liter. So the oil marketer said, if Dangote can reduce it, then they can buy from him, okay? And they can factor in all other logistic costs. So it makes sense at the time. But what didn't make sense was that the shrewd secrecy in how much gogo is the landing cost of the imported mortar fuel. And don't forget the same way Dangote built his refinery in Nigeria for business is the same way Thiefnubu and Wale Thiefnubu decided to invest in a refinery in Malta. And the one they invested in Malta has been supplying more than 60% of the imported fuel to Nigeria in the last 18 months. So if Dangote is going to stop the importation, that means Ohando, Wale Thiefnubu, and others, they would have to probably count their losses of investing in Malta, which has yielded tremendous profit for them and at greater loss to the rest of you in Nigeria. So that means they would have to shelve it. This is why I don't believe them. And that's why I'm like, I kind of wish it's true, okay, that they will patronize this your Dangote. So, but at what price? Nothing Dangote really offers is in any way helpful to Nigeria. None of his business is helpful to Nigeria. But in this one, that is, okay, if you cut down the price, cutting down the price, what does that mean? Does that mean that maybe Dangote will sell for maybe 600 naira, which is almost impossible though, right? Like, we did sell it for like 600 naira per liter. Then the marketers and others will sell it to you for maybe 700 or 750 naira per liter. But the thing here is this. From what is calculated, they said Dangote could actually sell a liter for 600 naira, but it's not. Because Dangote said a liter production of the barrel of crude oil, right? He said at the end of the day, a liter will come down to about 780 or 800 naira, let's say 800 naira per liter. So Dangote is selling it for 990, means Dangote is making profit of 190 naira on every liter of petrol every liter of petrol sold to these marketers. So what they are saying is that why can't Dangote just make profit of 2 naira, for example? So if he makes profit of 2 naira and starts selling his liter of petrol for, let's say, 802 naira, and the oil marketers had their own, to the point that a liter can be sold to you for maybe 900 or 950. So that may bring a little bit of succor, change, you know, but that's not the plan. This is why I don't believe them, okay? That's why I don't believe them. And this announcement, even though I want to believe them, right? But they have still not been honest. Here is what that guy who told us that Dangote's oil is too expensive. This is what he had to say now.
We didn't start lifting products with Dangote, but we get assurance we are going to start lifting directly through Dangote. And that is the reason why we call this CWC, to inform all members to get set for taking product through Dangote direct, not through the third party. We didn't start lifting product.
So this is, like I said, I'm trying to kind of like break it down. Sure you get now. So that the way they always bombard you with all this news, and then you wait and wait and wait and nothing happens. So that you can ask the right questions, okay? Like you'll be asking the right question. They have not started lifting from Dangote because of this price disparity. NNPCL said, Dangote, this is them again, making a U-turn. Mele Kyari said, Dangote's petrol is a top-class petrol product. Even though they told us before that his product wasn't good enough. Mele Kyari now is made a U-turn. He said, Dangote's product is premium, like class. that a lot of you in Nigeria can't pay for it. But they, in NNPC, they have stopped their future plan of importing fuel. Even though, again, the same NNPCL and others, they were in court this last week, where Dangote went to court to ask the court to stop them from importing petroleum to Nigeria. So they went to court and asked the court to throw the case out. Dangote cannot tell them not to import fuel. The court hasn't decided yet, but this week, the NNPC is now saying, yeah, we are stopping the importation of fuel, but you Nigerians, you cannot pay for Dangote's petrol with all this your keke na pep. That's why I said this is your keke na pep and all of that. Yeah, the only better fuel for you is all these adulterated ones they are importing. But when it comes to Dangote's oil, it is so premium that it cannot be sold the same price of the imported ones. So, in other words, it means that Dangote's petroleum will remain expensive, not cheap. One of the reasons why they claimed they are not buying from him. So then the Ipman says they have received assurance. What kind of assurance? Discounted price? Cheap or what? In the same vein, in their media, they claim that, and it is all their handiwork, they claim that the landing cost of imported petrol to Nigeria has reduced. Are you following, right? The same people, they are putting out all this news. So now them, they put out all of this news. So if landing cost means the imported fuel, adulterated, that is in, yeah, is now cheaper. So Dangote's oil is purer, but expensive. So it's not going to be cheaper. So the oil marketers received assurance. What kind of assurance? You know? Because the bottom line is this. Nigerians are having serious economic problems today where businesses are struggling because of the cost of PMS, the cost of energy. So there is no end in sight for that, right? I mean, that's my own assessment. There is no end in sight. So you either get used to it or you just kind of like pass out like that. So there is no relief or reprieve coming your way. You either get used to it or you find other means. I am not a businessman in oil, okay? But I can tell you that all this hardship that you are facing in that contraption today, right? If as poor as Nigeria has become, if you can have access to cheap energy, electricity, as well as gas, petroleum, and the rest of all this, if you can have them cheaper, it will impact greatly on your lives, your economy, and the rest of that, where those who are in charge of this sector are not trying to kill you because they want to make so much profits from a country that's continuing to fall below poverty line. This is not helpful. It's not. There is no end in sight. That's the bottom line. There is no end in sight. So you cannot be living in a third world country and be paying the price of, you can be paying for electricity, paying for petrol, the price of what the first world countries pays. Because you see, 1,200 naira, that's like 1,200 naira. In some places, 1,700 naira per liter. If you go to the Niger Delta region, a liter of petrol there is over 1,500 naira. Is that not like $1 per liter? $1 per liter. Is that not how much you buy it in America? A gallon. How much do you buy 4 liters of what have you in the US? $4, $3. That's the first world country. In the UK here, right? We don't have petrol like, it's not that much, except the one we have in Aberdeen, right? And that is not enough for us in the whole UK. So we have to kind of get from Russia, maybe not from Russia anymore, but we have to get from Africa. So which means we imported our own gas, petrol, and all that to serve this economy. But you have it in your country. You have everything there. You know the story of how they've sold everything, or they've used it for collateral or so, lying to you, unreliable criminals, But here, a liter is £1.35. No, that's like 3,000 naira, Abi. But similarly, in this same country, an hour job in this country is about minimum of 11 pounds. 1 hour job in the UK. 1 hour job in America, I think it's about $15 or how much? So if we begin to convert 1 liter of petrol in the UK for 3,000 naira, then maybe we'll convert an hour job in the UK as well. So an hour job in the UK is 11 pounds. Do you know what is 11 pounds in Nigeria? That is like, that's almost 30,000 naira. Abi, 10 pounds should be 23,000 naira. So 1 pound is that's probably like about 27,000 naira, 1 hour job. You have a chance of working for 10 hours a day. So 10 hours, that's how much? 100 and, what's that? 101 or 111. Yeah, that's like 101 pounds. Do you know how much is a 10-hour job in the UK? That's over 250,000 naira. Just 1 day job, 10 hours. Even if this is like if you are a cleaner, you are a cleaner. So that means a cleaner can afford to buy 10 liters of petroleum or let me say even 20 liters of petrol in her own car, and he can use that for like over a week. And when she works for that 1 week, she can make more than after tax, so she can make more than 600, 700 pounds. Yeah. So if you want to start converting this to naira, similarly in America, you work for 10 hours in America, you get paid how much? $140. So if you work for a whole week, that means you can possibly make close to $600. So then you pay $4 per gallon. You see the difference? In Nigeria, you are paying 1,500 naira to 1 liter of petroleum. In Nigeria, and the minimum wage in Nigeria is 70,000 naira a month. So do you see the difference? If anyone is telling you that how much do you buy petrol in America, how much do you buy kiniko, and they quickly convert it to naira, they should also convert what you make if you are working. Number one, you are not going to buy the petrol to power your house, to fuel your generator. I don't know how they even calculate that electricity one. How do you calculate that electricity one? Unit is now sold for about 250 naira or so, or 300 naira, from what used to be about 60 naira. it jumps straight to over 200 naira units, right? You don't even have the electricity. You have darkness. You are paying for darkness. We don't pay for darkness here. We pay for electricity. Now, when you convert how much you are paying for a unit of electricity in Nigeria, it is now similar to what we are paying in the UK. Abba, you are paying first world bill in a third world country. And somebody will tell you that it is better to come on, man. Eh? So this guy has something to say about that too. Like there is no kaba in their Ipman.
I want to assure you there's no issue of any cartel that is in existence, or rather even within Ipman. Ipman is not a cartel. It's Ipman. We are marketers ready to serve Nigerians, and because why we were initially, you saw we were just been, trying to sit down with Dangote, like for us to have a suitable market, is that we are tired of buying our product within the middlemen. We want to buy this product directly from Dangote, and things now is been normalized. We are happy. We thank Dangote for agreeing that Ipman should go directly to him and buy this product and take it to the end users. So therefore, there's no any cartel issue. Don't even bring this issue. You understand? If there is a cartel, no, we are Nigerians. We will tell Nigerians if there's any cartel. So please, Mr. My big brother, that I want to assure you that there is no any cartel, and for us to deal with Dangote directly is the most, best way, the best way to go. And we're happy that if agreed, and I'm happy with the synergy being built between him and our national president. And I want to reassure again that please give us a time between today and tomorrow. You will hear the nitty-gritty of our agreement with him and the price. The price will be much favorable to both we, the independent marketers, and the people that will go to our retail outlet and buy. That's the consumer.
See, I'm not trying to be tribalistic here, but if it sounds tribalistic to you, well, I'm sorry I can't. Sorry, I'm sorry that I am not sorry. All right. Why do you have the Northerners controlling the oil sector in Nigeria? Why? How? I know my answer. I'm just pushing it to you too. The best product from Northern Nigeria is always agricultural products, husbandry, animal husbandry, farming, and all of that stuff. That is their area of specialty. Why do you have Northerners control the oil sector in Nigeria? Like for real, they are the ones with tens of thousands of tankers. Do you know that? Like, you are supposed to have, for example, now let's say the eastern part of Nigeria, they are known and synonymous with the business of import, containers, and all of that stuff, Abi, and even manufacturing. The Igbos are known for that. Manufacturing, importing, containers, this, and ship that, and you get? The North is known for all this animal husbandry, what do you call it? Farming and all of that stuff, bringing them down south most of the time. But they are also the number one in all this oil business. They are the ones who have, they are the ones who have oil rigs in Nigeria. Like, when you talk, I'm not saying that others don't, because they have this sharing formula, by the way. But when it comes to this oil product, go to Apapa and them. Yeah, go to Apapa. I think that's probably one of the reasons why Dangote was able to venture into refinery business. So why? I mean, why? How come the people of Niger Delta the origin of the crude oil. How come they are not so prominent? Like they are supposed to be the ones who are like should be prominent with anything that has to do with petroleum products in Nigeria, petroleum, AGO, which is diesel and all of that stuff. But they are not. What exactly do you think the people of Niger Delta are doing than guiding the pipelines? What else? This is an honest question. Oh. You will not see the people of Niger Delta in the oil sector in Nigeria. They are like inconsequential, like they don't even like, you know. So why is that? Yeah, no, those are the cartels, so to say. The cartel are the Hausas, are the Fulanis, and the Northerners, Kanuris, and all these guys, right? And it's because of the years of military program, the military, adventure in Nigeria. The military rulers, they are mostly from Northern Nigeria. Here you get. So they are the ones who have been always, they've laid the foundation for allocating oil blocks, oil rigs, all those things to their own kinsmen, while the people of the owners of the oil and all of them, they are just there. Like how come that the people who owns the oil, I mean, who owns the oil themselves, they are never really prominent in the whole business of it? I'll leave you with that. Maybe, so you get me now. I'll leave you with that to kind of, reason it. Just reason. Help us reason now. Like, I'm just curious. It's the Hausas, and the oil is so far away. The crude oil is so far away from their region. Far away from there. But they are the cabals that determines what happens in the oil sector in Nigeria. So no wonder that they claim that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. The crude oil in Imo belongs to Jigawa. The gas in Imo belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Abia belongs to Jigawa. The oil in Ogun State belongs to Jigawa. The one in Lagos belongs to Jigawa. Ondo and everywhere, it belongs to Sokoto. As long as Nigeria exists, it belongs to them. But the people from these regions, right, they are just okay to be given political appointments or what? Because that's one of the things that we will first deal with whenever Nigeria breaks up or when Nigeria breaks into regional system, because it's going to happen. Either of the two is going to happen. The wealth of the land should belong to the people of that area. They should be the ones. Now, if they want to share it with others, then they can now share it with others. Not like they are there, right, facing all the environmental degradation surrounding the fact that these resources are found in their own land, okay, and they are living in objectivity of, abject poverty, so to say. Wealth redistribution. That's one of the things we must first face whenever we want to kind of discuss the breakup of this contraption. Let the Northerners go ahead and develop the resources, because all the resources in the North, the South don't even have a clue of them. No one has a clue. We just read about it. Yeah, we read about these social resources in Zamfara, that one resource in this and all of that. We don't even have a clue what happened to them. Just similarly, we don't have a clue what they are doing with our resources. We don't. No control, no oversight, no nothing. Those who are supposed to actually take this serious, they are very much comfortable being given appointments. Yeah, appointments. It's kind of crazy, in my own opinion. It's so crazy. Here you get. You are supposed to have. See, if in the case of the North, Niger Republic, the Sharia North, and then others like that. Even the Middle Beltans and all that. you will see the Hausas, the Kanuris, and all these guys, except for the Fulanis. Fulanis don't do business. They are pretty much with their cows and all that before the advent of the terrorism that they found more lucrative than, you know, rearing cows and selling them as well. So killing people, kidnapping them for ransom is more lucrative these days than rearing cows for real, right? But the Hausas, who are real business people, they go into the interiors. If they are not supplying us cows, they are supplying us, you know, the meat in the south, or they are supplying food, you know, cabbage, all this kind of farm produce, onions and all that. They are loading them in trailer, in trucks, moving them down, moving them to the southern part of Nigeria, to the eastern part of Nigeria. You will see them everywhere. They are traders. And somehow, they are also the ones moving the petroleum products and other products from this oil and gas. They are also the ones in control of it. But the people of Niger Delta, they are waiting for their stipend or whatever they are giving to them, 13% derivation, allocation, appointments, and all of that. And then the contract, they want to be contractors. Contractors, not contractors building oil rigs. So they are contractors who are guiding the oil pipelines. I don't understand why that is. That is not empowering. That is unbelievable. These northerners, they don't have any special skill. No special skill, just the system. The system put them above you, give them all the money they needed to give them. And then they give them all of the licenses they need to give to them. And then they run things. Then you probably will see maybe 1, 2, or 3 Igbos, because Igbos are businessmen who can deal in any business to try to break in. But they never actually have a say in the oil sector. They don't. So that kind of jots me, though. You know, they have not really tapped much of our own oil in Yoruba land, except for Ondo states, where they have been tapping and tapping and tapping. And Ondo states, you know, never really get, the Ondo people never really get to benefit from this crude oil that they are taking from their states. Ogun State, after Imo State, Ogun State is also one of the the state with the highest deposit of liquid natural gas. They haven't tapped that yet. Ogun State has crude oil in abundance. They haven't tapped that yet. Lagos State has the abundance of crude oil as well. They haven't tapped that yet. So in years to come, they will end up tapping them. And who are those who are going to control all of that again? Possibly the North. I'm saying this out there now to those of you, especially who are Yorubas. In Igbo land, they will make you think they are not also like you know, taking crude oil from these areas. In Imo State, in Abia State, they all have their own crude oil that they are currently also extracting. Imo State has one of it's actually the after Russia, Imo State in Osu area. They have the largest deposit of liquid natural gas in the world after Russia. But the people of the states are not considered as, you know, among those who are lifting Nigeria out of whatever it is today. So I'm just saying that this is something that everybody should pay attention to. When that contraption gets to the stage of breaking up, this is part of the welfare redistribution. Let the people of the land control the wealth of the land and redistribute it to among themselves. That's how it should be. My own opinion, right? So talking about the Niger Delta area, Edo State is classed as a Niger Delta, by the way. And yesterday, the tenure of Bad Donkey came to an end, where at first he complained that he was not invited after the last charade in their state. He wasn't invited to the inauguration of Okpebholo, your new governor, in his words.
It is, yes. They stole the mandate, but we have laws. Somebody has to be sworn in, right? Sworn into a government that already is existing, right? You just don't come from nowhere and start government. There's already government. There's a way things are done. Isn't it? So you come, government of Edo State is inaugurating a new governor on Tuesday. Is that not? But what you are seeing now, all the posters, the government of Edo State is not involved. So it's crazy when people just behave the way they are behaving as if there are no laws in the country. It's really, I just sit down sometimes and I'm wondering, are we okay as a country? We are guided by the Constitution. We are guided by laws and precedents and procedures. So they are doing inauguration. I, as a governor, don't know. Not even being invited. So it's like they are starting a brand new state and a brand new government. To the progress he has made for our state. He has worked with the interest of the people of Edo State in his heart. He has worked with the love of the people of Edo State. And, data does not lie. If when you get somewhere, the GDP is $10 billion, and when you are going, the GDP is close to $35 billion, then you must have done many things right. You have all noticed that in the last few weeks, when lions and tigers have started taking over, we've seen the impact on the state. By 6:30 p.m., the state is like a graveyard. A month and a half ago at 6:30 p.m., the life was just starting. So see the consequential damage to the night economy of the state and the consequential damage to our state. So we have to stay firm and we have to keep praying.
I've heard the same stories too. The people say they have multiple.
So initially they said that Obaseki don't run away. So he had to come up to say, no, why would I run away? I have just relocated back to where I came from, Lagos. He lived in Lagos before he worked with Oshiomhole, according to him. So when Oshiomhole became governor, so he got the appointment to work with Oshiomhole. Then when he became governor, he relocated from Lagos to Edo. And now he's back to base, Lagos. So he's not running away. In fact, he said though they've arrested the Accountant General for Edo State and two others, EFCC, arrested them. And it was because they suspected that Oba Donkey was emptying the state treasury. In their words, they received the alert that out of 24 billion naira allocation to the states, that suddenly 14 billion just boom from the account, and they suspected that the money is not really being used for the states. It was, to be siphoned. But Obaseki came out and said, I'm still the governor. We are still government. We are going to spend money. He said, no, we don't want you to spend any money anymore. Why would I not, Anyway, they are still on that. They said the EFCC was going to arrest him. And he was like, okay, fine. They should come and arrest him after his tenure. But he bid the Edo people goodbye in a statewide broadcast yesterday. Listen.
My dear good people of Edo State, as the curtain draws to a close on my 2 terms as governor of Edo State, I'm extremely grateful to God Almighty and the good people of Edo State for this divine opportunity to serve. Even though the task of governing Edo State has been a daunting one, I cannot thank God enough for giving me the vision, health, and courage to achieve the monumental transformation of our dear state. When I assumed office as governor of Edo State in 2016, we were confronted with a choice of either to continue with the old order of administering the state or to undertake a new trajectory to grow and develop our state. We chose the latter pathway, even though we were aware of the dangers associated with such a choice. Today, the extent and range of reforms in infrastructure, the economy, building the institutions of state, and service improvement to citizens are proof of the fact that though we took a road less traveled, we have indeed made Edo a leading state in Nigeria. Let me, at this juncture, thank the good people of Edo State for standing firmly behind our government, even as we embarked on a very radical transformation of governance and politics in a manner they had never anticipated. When we came into office in 2016, it was clear that the social, economic, and political structures of Edo State were weak and needed to be fixed. However, it was not until we commenced the process of reform that it became clear that what was required was an entire systems reset. A key priority. All these are results of the groundwork we did to stimulate economic activities by attracting investments into the various sectors of the state's economy. Across agriculture, energy, manufacturing, real estate, retail, and technology, we have attracted investments that has transformed our state into an oasis of hope. As I leave office, I am leaving behind something which I wasn't fortunate to inherit. And this is a plan which will serve as a compass for the future. We have developed the Edo State Regional Development and the Benin City Development Master Plans, which will ensure that we have a directional guide on which Edo State's growth trajectory for the next 30 years will be based. We believe that this compass will ensure the sustenance of the developmental strides which we have recorded in the last 8 years. My dear citizens of Edo State, we have indeed come a long way as a state and have crossed the Rubicon of progress. Our children are assured of a future of opportunities, and our youth can now see hope. As I come to the end of my tenure in office and reflect on the journey these last 8 years, there is sufficient evidence to show the remarkable progress which we have made. By working together with all those who mean well for our state and country, we have demonstrated that it is possible to change the circumstances of our state. Unfortunately, recent events and the conduct of certain elements in our democratic space have shown us that the light which democracy and good governance beams can be dimmed. However, it can only be for a while. I fervently believe that any attempt to foist illegality and injustice on a democratic system cannot endure, because the wish of majority will always prevail. So, my dear people of Edo State, let us be hopeful and stay strong. All these achievements which I have enumerated and the progress we have made in the last 8 years will not have been possible without the support which I received from a wide range of patriotic sons and daughters of Edo State, both at home and in the diaspora. It would not have been possible without the support of our development partners, clerics and our religious leaders who prayed for us ceaselessly. It would not have been possible without the blessings of our traditional rulers, without the support of the various youth and women's groups, market associations, and our political party. I thank all of you. I thank members of the Obaseki family, the Ero family, the Igbinigie family, and the Okpebholo, and several others, too many to mention. I thank you immensely, and God bless you. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So as in the Zuzu, they say, just go. So, although it didn't stand any chance, by all means, it didn't actually stand any chance, where Thiefnubu said they have to do whatever it takes. He's interested in Edo. And finally, he has foisted the Okpebholo. Yeah. But that's a tyrant there. It was a tyrant to some extent that it deserves nobody's pity and what have you. He's also a fraud, like many like him. But it's just that somehow, I don't think Edo people deserve the APC, Ekbekebe, that got foisted on them. Well, just like the rest of the contraption, where you currently have to deal with Thiefnubu, the druggie, could actually be like, generational punishment, so to say. We shall see how long this is going to last. So the Ox return to witness the inauguration of Okpebholo, Sanwo-Iku, Dubious Dapo, Oplesus Odingba, and others. They arrived there this morning to witness the swearing for Okpebholo. That's how that went. So then the swear for Okpebholo, swear for his deputy, and the journey begins. So Kabaka and others, they probably have now taken over the parks, right? And the journey begins. Even though Obaseki is telling his supporters or the Edo people that they are counting on the court to do the right thing. The whole mandate was stolen somehow, was stolen. There is evidence of that. But you could explain tire. According to the Nigerian court, there is no evidence. May Edo people just brace up for whatever the APC, whatever they have in stock for you. That's all I can say. But here is a warning from a young man that escaped from the uniformed terrorists of Nigeria called the Nigeria police. Watch.
I beg, I use God beg all of them. Anybody when not say they travel, when they travel from Benin, they go worry, or from anywhere they go worry. This period may restrict the movement. I beg. Early morning, I me take them off for her. Say I they go worry. May I go greet my mom for worry. Now so we take jump police for road. They dress police dress. There be 7 or be 8. They carry gun for this worry road. Now so that they take carry all of us where the gas come out. but they leave the women. But all of us will be guys now, so they take carry us come out, enter their motor without even investigators. The next way they don't tell us the same way you enter the motor. Waiting happen, they not greet up. Now so we begin the force us enter the motor. Now so they take drive us. Even I don't even know where the drivers follow. They drive us more than 3 hours or 30 minutes. More than 3 hours now or 4 hours if I not the main mistake where they take drivers come out. After they don't drive you come out, when we don't they nearly reach where they carry us they go. They begin to tell you say may you transfer any money where they your account or your bank account. They go make sure say you open everything. Any amount, any money where they say they go make sure say they collect everything. Either 10 naira they just say their account, they collect everything where they say your account or your account. After that one, they go call, they will tell you say may begin to call your people. May they send money. May they send money where be like say any money they send for you, may they send money, say you take serious trouble. May your people send money. If you not agree to them, begin to force you, they threaten your life, or they say they go kill you through away. I beg, in case you they travel, they go or read this period, I beg, restrict your movement. Even like this self, I dey express, I don't even know where they will be fair, I be how many will ever be. The rest people, those who they don't pay their money, they don't collect everything where they their account. All the money where they their account, they don't call people when they want call. Collect any amount where please them, where satisfy them before they go call let you come out. Now me be the last person where they leave. And all thanks to my guys, the one way said money, God go bless you. I appreciate you. If not, but I don't know what maybe all these people therefore keep me today. I beg God go bless you. I really appreciate for all of you now where send me money. God go bless you. These people that I beg now, God that take beg on anybody when no say they travel this movement. May you restrict your travel movement. If you know say you get mama for worry, you get papa, you get siblings for worry or Delta State, I beg restrict your movement. If you know say they come from Benin, restrict your movement this period. I beg. If you not say you know to go worry, you not see flat. You not use plane. So if you not say they travel, go worry. I beg for now, not us go worry. I beg, road not good. These people, I don't know whether they be police or not, but they dress police uniform. I beg, if they go worry, restrict your movement. I use God say beg on. I beg. What did happen to me today? I don't want me to happen to any other guys again. I beg. Now God at the tech and all the ancestors say my life they intact first now. I beg. I say they give me my phone after everything. Okay. I beg. But they collect, they throw me like this, even like this now. I have to fair person we go give me transport. If you know say you they go worry, I beg, restrict your movement. If you get any money for your account, they go collect them. If you get for Bitcoin, they go collect them. I beg this period, who they travel may not travel. Even like this now, I don't even know where I did. But I ask person just now, they tell me say na Ekpoma. After Ekpoma, I'm day. See the road, I don't even know the side where I did like this. On a see, I don't know where me day like this. Now let me just live like this now with my bag. I beg if they go worry this period, I beg restrict your movement. I use God beg una.
I can't count how many times he used God beg una. I beg, I take God beg una. I beg, I use God beg una. That is what the life of an average Nigerian is. In that contraption. If Nigeria go happen to you, it no go warn you. If it just happen like that, and you may not even live to tell the story. Yeah, you may not live to tell the story. That's how bad it can be. So that young man made a video, posted it, and then he went on to probably go and seek for a financial support. It's not new. It's just that when the supposed policemen grab you, that is kidnapping. So when they now kind of have to take you into a secluded corner where they will extort you, empty your bank account, that is kidnapping for ransom. So if you don't have any money, imagine calling people that, please, I'm in trouble, I've been kidnapped, or you can't even say you've been arrested. kidnapped. Sorry, I want to sneeze. That's MC Olueron. He has resumed as the president of NURTW in Abuja. So work don't start with that. Everything towards 2027 is being set in motion, right? But let me show you fully.
Keep moving, please. Keep moving.
President, NURTW president. That's your president. President MC Olueron. The guy that will be responsible for transporting all the INEC sensitive election materials from now on, starting with Ondo State, then to your 2027 as well. Their job is just to transport, okay? And well, I'll leave you to your own guess. So yesterday I said we should continue our book reading. I know we have some of our members here who probably never really witnessed the reading on this platform. So we have a lot of historical books that we have been reading in the last few months, but we stopped in the last few months as well. It's been like about how many months now that we stopped reading our historical books here, and we have collection of them. See, this collection of all the books here. They were all meant to be read. We've had here. We have Why We Struck, the story of the 1966 coup, as well as the story of the Biafran, program, the Biafran genocide. So we kind of finished that. Then I do have here the Jungle by David Undenyi. We didn't read that here, but I read that one myself. It's just all the story of David and the Goliath, the rotten system of Nigeria. So I do recommend this book though for everyone. He's written another one after that, but I haven't laid my hand on that. So we have the blood on the Niger. See this one, White Malice. White Malice is the story of the African Revolution across Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Congo, and all of that, the Lumumbas and all that, right? So we have that. Then we haven't touched this yet. It's called by Emma Okocha. Blood on the Niger, the untold story of the Nigerian Civil War. So I am thinking even though we did not finish the white malice yet. We should. So we have the Aerosmith story, the squalid end to empire, British retreat from Africa. And this was donated by my own man, Oshifodunrin family. They donated this. It's called Mental Reawakening of Our People with Love. Thank you so much. So Aerosmith story, right? So we have here the destruction of Black civilization, great issues of a race from 4500 BC to 2000 AD. So that too, we have here. So we've got a lot of books that normally we'll sit back and I will read to the beautiful hearing of our people. We had the fatherless people. Dele Ogun, Dr. Dele Ogun actually reached out to me on Twitter, right? He regretted not seeing the messages I sent to him before the Yoruba Union Summit. Then, right? So we have finished the fatherless people. This also kind of enumerated the story of the entire political struggle of Nigeria, right from the colonial era. So we also have another one here, which is also donated by our main man, Yomi Totu. A Tropical Dependency by Flora Shaw, your mama, the woman that gave you the name Niger area. An outline of the ancient history of the Western Sudan with an account of the modern settlement of northern Nigeria. So we used to read all this, and I think we should continue to read them. Others are just like my own personal collections and others in there. The Art of War, 48 Laws of Power, the Future of Scotland. This is the one I'm intending to actually copy. Study it so well. Copy this and see if we can reciprocate by reproducing something similar for the Yoruba nation agitation and all that awareness. So this is so detailed, right? When Scotland was campaigning for the independent referendum in Scotland, it captures all sectors of this country. If Scotland becomes independent and all that, quite impressive work. Anyway, so this afternoon, I am going to So this afternoon, I am going to possibly just start something afresh. I know we didn't finish the white malice, okay? But we can possibly do something on the details of, it's called an untold story of the Nigerian Civil War. Get a blood on the Niger. So another account of that bloody program. That's it a little bit, and we can always continue it some other time, although the stories are likely going to be repetitive of what we have already read, okay? But it's going to be another account of what really happened during the Civil War. So I would have chosen that, but I'll let you kind of, choose if I have to ask, okay? So the white malice is the continuation of the African struggle, how the CIA, America, indeed, decided to help further slow down the greatness of Africa. So using their CIA fronts and other infiltrators and all that to keep us at where we are today. This was a target, something that was done immediately as the colonialism was coming to an end and Africa was gaining independence left, right, and center. So they felt like they cannot let Africa be that free, okay? So if Africa is getting independence, then another neo-colonialism should take place. which is what we are now dealing with today. Many African revolutionists at the time, with their revolutionary movements at the time, many of them got targeted, even killed. Such a, historical, you would say. So I think we should begin that again. Look at Lumumba in Leopoldville, December 2nd, 1960. This was after he was captured. This image here, that was Lumumba, all right? It was after he was killed. You know what they did? They doused him in acid to melt all his body so that nobody will actually see his physical grave like that, okay? And so many other struggle. And they did this, for those of us who have been reading this, right? They did all of these killings, all this infiltration of Africa. That is America. They did all of this using black Americans. They sent some of them to Africa to infiltrate some of these, revolutionary groups and all that across Africa, neutralize them, destroy them, It's crazy, right? This is supposed to be our history. And that is why, if you probably try and get a copy, it's called the CIA and the Neocolonization of Africa. White malice. I mean, it's self-explanatory. White malice. Malice is like a forever fight against us, so to say, right? And these are just for, mental awakening. It's, she put it earlier. It's called for the mental awakening of our people. Yeah, we can't blame all these people for the whole problems of Africa, but they cannot also be exonerated from what they intentionally put in motion, orchestrated. And to this day, some of the looters and the criminals in Africa, tyrants, they still get the red carpet welcome in this Western world. Those who have destroyed their people, destroyed their countries, they continue to get welcomed in this Western world. So I just thought I should probably put it out there that we are officially going to continue our reading. And in this instance, right, it is going to be either white malice or, it's going to be either the white malice or we are going to start the blood on the Niger. So let me put you on notice of that, okay? So thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. Now let me put that up. Africa at the United Nations. That's what we're going to start. So tomorrow we will have an hour of what's going on. Then we're also going to have an hour of reading and maybe another hour of phone calls. So just have it at the back of your mind, okay? And thank you to every one of you for this afternoon. I'm going to see you later this evening. Yeah, we should have continued there, but I want to kind of make a decision and see which one should we do. Start afresh or continue the one we are on. It's been a while, okay? But yeah, we need to. That's the reason why we got all of this here. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I am going to see you later this evening. Good afternoon.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayebi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré. wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Máyégún Diary NIP number one. Máyégún Diary politico. Máyégún Diary NIP number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún Diary NIP number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún Diary NIP number one. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Máyégún Diary NIP number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Òkúrọ̀ olóṣèlú. Máyégún máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Ìmọ̀ àyíṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ìmọ̀ àyíṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sè mọ́bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ̀lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́. Ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o. Ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o.
ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.